It's pretty understandable why the Gen Zs don't want to work anymore. One of the main reasons is the job culture is changing from people having jobs online to the very structure of how we do work and how we approach work. And the boomer generation, the generation above, I think they can understand because they had a regimented system in place when they were younger, and then it changed. So as history goes on through the decades, work is going to change. But one of the main things what I've noticed is I'm on the cusp of Gen Z and millennial, depending on what website you read. I'm either a Gen Z or I'm either a millennial. But one of the things what I noticed in my generation, what has changed is it's not that we don't want to work, it's that we're a lot more conscious of life and we don't feel like what we get for our money and what we get to experience in life is enough to justify having a 9 to 5. We have seen our parents struggle. We have seen our parents not get given much. My dad worked 27 years for a company and he got he had a medical issue, so he was forced into early retirement. He got no leaving party, he got no redundant fee, retirement fee. Granted, he was a contractor, and nobody even said goodbye. He was just, after 27 years of service, he just left. And he said to me, that was the biggest regret of his life. He doesn't even want to think about it. And Gen Z have watched their parents go through this struggle. They have watched their parents get married, do a 9 to 5, and sometimes have very little to show for, or even if they do have a lot to show for, i.e. a flash car, a nice house, they just don't want that because there's an emptiness to that. All this work doesn't attribute to having very much, because that sort of social status has now gone online. So the problem in my generation is sort of faking an online presence, from faking travel destinations to faking experiences, while the boomer generation, their hollowness comes from a different way. So sort of to conclude, not only is the times changing and the job landscape looking different with lots of people working from home, but if you go out on a Tuesday now, you can go to a mall and you can see that the malls are full of people when they used to be empty on a Tuesday. So we are trying to work less as a generation, and we are getting less because money brings less now, but we are hoping to find happiness. And I think one of the ways to find that would be to then sort of curb our social media addiction, but that goes into another video. So I'm going to end that there. It's a rainy day today. I hope the audio's not too distracting. As usual, it's very nice to be out here. So thanks for watching. Ciao.